What's going on, guys? It is Tony from Lone Wolf Paintball, and today we are bringing you the battle of the greats. We've got the showdown. We've got the Luxe IDOL versus the Geo R5 versus the Dye M3 Plus.
And why? Because it's the best source for paintball comparisons and everything paintball related.
That's us. That's us. It's lonewolfpaintball.com. So we got DLX in the house, Planet Eclipse, and of course Dye. Some of their most higher end guns on the market right now, and we're going to do a little comparison.
I feel bad for the M3 Plus because that's like the old man at the table right now. That thing's been out for a while.
She's the old, well, he is the old man at the table, but you know, you can't count that out, no doubt. So you want to go price points, hit that at the end. How you want to rock?
Yeah, let's tell people what they're in for, what their wallets are going to have to do right off the rip.
Right off the rip, you got the DLX IDOL right here. This bad boy retails right around 1,800 bucks. You've got the brand new Planet Eclipse Geo R5. As of right now, it is the most brand new one on the market. These retail at $1,650. And over here, the old man at the table, the Dye M3 Plus, coming in at $1,495.
Interesting. So the oldest one's the cheapest. That's usually what happens. Not that $1,495 is cheap, but all right.
Well,
so
yeah, you got the newer dogs out here, just getting it going, and you know, it's the M3 Plus is still one heck of a marker.
So we're gonna go feature for feature, talk about barrels, then talk about feed necks, and talk about front grips, and work our way through, and then we'll do a turtles and.
Might as well.
All
yeah,
right.
We can definitely do that. Let's just start off with the barrels. So we're going barrels to feed necks to all that good stuff. So we'll start out with the Geo R5, what I have up in front. Let's unscrew this bad boy, and I can say this while I'm doing this right now. It's gonna be a second, but all of these guns, brand new out of the box, come with 2 inserts. So you're gonna have your Geo R5 coming with 2 power inserts. You get the blue and the black, 685, 689. The length of this barrel is 14.5 inches. You've got the Luxe IDOL, which, speaking of the barrels, I think this is going to be the only one without auto cocker threading on there. So you're going to have the Geo R5 that's going to have the auto cocker thread, and you got the DLX IDOL, which is going to be the Luxe thread, and then you've got the M3, which is going to be also auto cocker threaded.
But you see how fast he could unscrew that Luxe?
Yeah.
Those threads are a lot shorter.
Yes, indeed. So it looks like, I believe okay, so we got because the Planet Eclipse barrel is supposed to be 14.5 inches.
Uh-huh.
You got the IDOL here looking a little short though compared to what we've got going on with the Dye. So they say, I mean, I thought there was supposed to be a 15-inch barrel for the IDOL, but it's not, I mean.
So what I found is some companies measure from tip to the full back of the barrel, and some measure, I think, from the tip to what points out of the body. Like when
that
you
would make
screw
sense.
Like
yeah.
They don't count the threads on some, and some do count the threads. So what I would recommend for probably more accurate would be to flip them upside down so the tips are down, and then see where the base lines up that goes into the body, because the auto cocker threaded.
Well, I mean, with this one, with the power insert already in there, obviously you're getting an extra. So if I take out the power insert on the R5, I mean, now we're talking. There's a difference. So I don't know how these companies are gauging it, but either way, all of these brand new guns come with 2 inserts each, stock out of the box. So do you still want to go upside down?
Well, just because then we can see where the threads line up at the top, where the actual like O-ring is that goes into the body. I think would be a fairer, because that's where it's gonna stop. So the Luxe still comes up.
Luxe is right near the PE, and then you've got Dye definitely bringing the heat with their barrel back too.
Right, so then boom barrels get a little bit of bonus.
Yeah, they do. They get a little bit of extra love. So all right, there's the barrels. Like I said, brand new out of the box. Each one of these come with 2 different inserts, just in case you got smaller or bigger paint. All right, we're just gonna.
And each one is an amazing system. You can't really fault any one of those barrel systems.
Yeah, I mean, Dye's been around forever with their boom sticks, and now they got ULIs, they've got the ULS, they've got all sorts of different barrel systems. Obviously, Luxe, Shocker, all that good stuff with the 8-inch Freak XL inserts. They've been around for a long time. They've got plenty of different options depending on the size of your paint. And then obviously the power inserts, kind of newer to the market, but they come available in multiple different sizes depending on what you guys need. So done with the barrels, let's go on to the feed necks and we'll go from there. Each one of these, I mean, you got Geo R5, you've got the thumb wheel, and you've got your clamping, locking, lever, feed neck. Would you imagine, Mark, that also on the DLX IDOL, you have the same thing? You've got a thumb wheel, and you have your clamping lever feed neck here, depending on whatever size hopper you guys are using. And then lastly, it is the M3 Plus. Would you guess? Another high-end gun with the same features. You got the thumb wheel here, and you've got your locking lever feed neck on the other side. So,
do any of them have a little notch so that my lever doesn't slide around and look all funky because I have OCD?
The Idol and the R5 both do. So what you mean is this, so what Mark means, there's a little notch here. So when you actually lock the feed neck, it doesn't slide up and down. It locks into this region here, and it's not gonna move. And the R5 also has the same thing. You could probably see, well, it'll be better this way. You can actually see the slot. So when you lock this red lever feed neck in there, it is not going to move because it's got a groove that goes right through that slot here. So we're up in the front of the gun, so let's talk front grips. I got the Geo R5 in my hand, so this front grip, completely toolless. This is how you accent, I'm talking gibberish.
Talking crazy.
Talking crazy. So this is how you access your detents and your eyes if you need to clean, adjust, or get up in there. So all that is right through here. And also your batteries, your 2 AA's are also up front, completely toolless with the textured non-slip rubberized grip. Slide that back on. Onto the Idol. I don't have that option with the Idol. Nothing's just gonna slide off. This is the regulator portion. The reg in this on that R5 is back in the grip frame, but the reg on the DLX Idol, this is how you adjust your velocity right through here. So there's nothing that's going to be coming off. It's all aluminum up front. And then the die M3 Plus, die R5. I'm dying inside, Mark.
Heat stroke.
A die M3 Plus. This is also where you do your regulator adjustments right up through the front grip. This is
where's the eyes on that?
It's in the body. You got to drop the frame. Ooh, but speaking of eyes, look at this. The other guns don't have this Gen 4 eye pipe system. See that?
Detents.
Yeah, you got your detents. If you guys do break a ball in there, you guys can simply slide this sleeve out if you guys want to clean that out. Or the bolt. They say the bolt's supposed to do the work for you, get the nasty paint out so you don't have to really access your eyes, because this protects the paint from actually caking up the eye system, if that makes sense. So you don't have to drop the frame and get in there and get all dirty. You just slide this clear sleeve out, get that cleaned up, and you're ready to rock. So that's a pretty cool thing that none of the other markers have, but the old man at the table does have, die M3 Plus.
And it looks like the Geo R5 and the M3 Plus have the rubber grip for a little bit better front grip hold, where
yes.
You guys with the Lux
Idol.
you're gonna probably wrap it with some tape, or you're gonna have to buy an aftermarket thing, or wear gloves.
Mark loves tape. Yeah, so yeah, rubberized grip on the M3 and the R5, and then obviously the Idol does not have that. You talked about the eyes, so let's kind of touch that real quick. To actually access the eyes, you're dropping the frame on the M3 Plus. That is why they have that sleeve on the inside to protect the eyes from getting all caked up, because obviously dropping the frame is going to take you a lot more time to get the stuff cleaned up. So that's a nice little engineering product by them to keep it clean and simple. The eye covers on the Idol, these are completely toolless, so you can slide those and these will pop off. So they got this little black latch on there. You slide that, covers come off. And then obviously I showed you on the R5 for the front grip, that's how you access the eyes on that bad boy, is these two. You slide this back and then you pop the reflector cover off, and there you go, you're ready to rock. So that's kind of how you access that.
Since you mentioned that's also where the AA's are in the Geo R5.
Right in the front grip, 2 AA's, that what powers the gun.
What powers the Lux and the M3 Plus?
Oh, well, you're going to be charging these bad boys up. You really want to look, Mark?
Well, you don't have to show me, just tell me.
Well, I'm looking.
We've got full reviews on all of these. They can go back and see the inside.
It's just so hard.
But it's toolless.
Yeah, I know. You want to get in there, get your battery, lithium battery here in the back. So that's how that powers that. I don't think there is, let me see here. Now he's asking me gosh darn hard questions.
I said you didn't have to take it out.
Well, I'm trying to now. You've already broken this. So this is what powers the DLX. You've got your battery pack here. So that is how that bad boy is going to be operated and powered. And let me just make sure I get this back in there the right way. And then I'll show you on the M3 here. Slide that off. I like the completely toolless on this, so you guys don't have to be messing around, but you've got a USB charge port here, or these come with a actual charging mat as well. So that's how you're going to charge this bad boy up. There's not AA's or 9 volts or anything like that in these last two markers compared to the R5. So you're going to have a charging cord, USB port here, or the charging mat that comes with the M3 Plus. What do you want to know now, Mark?
Well, you said you adjust velocity in the front grip of the Luxe, so where do you adjust it in the M3 Plus and the Geo R5 then?
You're talking velocity?
Yeah.
So velocity here for the M3 Plus up in the front grip area. Velocity for the R5 is going to be down here in the ASA area. You have the plus or minus to get that going at the chrono. And then for the idle, you're also going to be adjusting your velocity here, plus or minus right through the front grip area. So the only one that you're adjusting through the ASA is going to be the Geo R5. Let's go to cores now, since or you want to go triggers? What do you want to do?
We can do bolts. Yeah, let's do the cores.
Okay, we'll do the cores. Brand new Geo R5. Ooh, take a look at that. It's called the GR core. You got a bigger firing chamber, bigger prop shaft on the inside, shorter bolt stroke. Operating pressure on this anywhere from 95 psi to 105 to 110. So a nice low operating pressure. Obviously, all of these cores are going to be toolless to get out, so you don't need any Allen wrenches or stuff like that. The idle, let's pull this sucker on out and get it off this stand first. Core on the idle, once again, completely toolless. Just lift this latch up in the back, slides on out. And operating pressure on this is going to be right around 115 to 120. So, I mean, not a huge difference, but a lot of people, they always want to know operating pressures and how the things work. So operating pressure on this toolless core for the idle, 115 to 120. And it's going to be just about the same for the Die M3 Plus. You've got a push button here on this side, and then the core should just slide on out. It's the FL21. Let me just, suckers are brand new. Billy Wing FL21 bolt system there. And once again, operating pressure probably right around 115 to 120 as well. So
Which one is easiest bolt to maintenance, would you say?
Easiest bolt to maintenance, I would probably go with the idle, to be completely honest. Well, easiest to maintenance. Yeah, probably the idle. The Geo R5, they did say that that gun's a little bit, you can tinker with it a lot and it's going to require a little bit more maintenance. But a lot of those guys out there that are playing the high-end ball anyways, they like to clean their gun. Most of them like to clean their gun after every big tournament or every big, practice that they have. They want to maintain. They're not cheap, so they want to keep it in good condition. But overall, easiest to maintenance, probably the idle. Triggers, let's go triggers. 5-point adjustable blade trigger on the Geo R5. So you've got, I see, just a nice clean swoop there per se. There's no humps or anything, so that's why they call that the blade trigger. We'll go to the idle. You see a little, kind of like a little hump here in the center here. So you can get really get those two fingers rocking. So you got that little hump right there in the center of the trigger. That's, very, very smooth. You got a couple adjustment points on there, not as many as the R5, but once again, just get out, turn the marker on and get out there and shoot it. And then you've got the die. There's plenty of adjustment points on this die, and this one's like hefty. You can see there is a big, that's a large deuce trigger right there. You can see the hump at the tip and even in the back there, so you can really get that rocking with the double finger action. Let's go to display screens and then ASAs, and then we're going to end it. Okay?
Okay.
Display screens, it's a huge thing. So you're probably going to have to get this one in B-roll, Mark, so they can actually see. But display screens on the M3 Plus, because I know camera to a screen doesn't always look the best. So you've got a nice, beautiful, big, bright display screen on the actual side of the marker itself there.
And that's where all the programming and changing the settings are visible? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep, you can do that. And then also on the Luxe Idol, you have the same thing, a little, right about the same size, but also on the Grip 2, you've got the display screen right here on the side. It's going to come out full color for you. And yeah, that's what's going to be. The only one that doesn't have that It's got it on the back, and it's very small and tiny, is going to be the Geo R5. So it's not on either side. It's here in the back by the actual buttons to make your programming adjustments, unless you hooked it up to the Bluetooth and you're programming it on your phone. But it's got a little OLED display screen here in the back. Yeah, we'll go to, grips are grips. Obviously, these ones are toolless here on the R5, toolless grips. You can snap those forward, one on each side, and pull the grips off. For the idle, these are also, you can, I pulled this off early, this back aluminum piece here, and then you can peel the grips off if you'd like there. So toolless, and then we're going to be looking at the, let me just pop this back on real quick. Boom. And then the M3 Plus, also you guys can peel these grips off as well. Obviously this tag's on here, but they've got little divots in the front frame here. You can peel these grips off. So once again, those are toolless as well. All
right, important question about the grips.
Yes.
Who has a white grip option that I can purchase afterwards? Because everything looks better with white grips.
White grips is going to be I think they're going to make different grip colors for the R5 because they have for all their previous models. PE's normally been good with that. I don't think the Idol has them, and I don't think the M3 Plus has it either.
That's the selling feature right there, guys. Go get yourself a Geo R5.
Customize
Wait for them white grips and just be the sickest guy out on the field.
Customize it.
ASAs.
ASAs, yeah, was there something else? Obviously, you guys can see the sleek lines and the milling between all those guns. You can go back to all the other full videos that we've done. ASAs, so you got your Pops ASA here on the Geo R5. So engage, disengage the air. Obviously simple there. You've got an actual lever. It's not like the push style on the R5. You got the lever that drops down from the bottom on the Idol here. So this is how you're gonna engage and disengage the air there with this lever. And then we're going to be looking at the slap. I think they call this the slap ASA. So kind of different. They all have different ones, so just depending on what your preference is. So this one kind of just drops down and goes forward. Idol's got the lever, and then the R5's got the pops that comes forward and back. So they're all completely different in that aspect.
All right, so give me one feature you like the best of each one and one feature that's probably the weakest of each one.
For the R5, I think my favorite feature probably would be the ability to actually hook this up to the app on my phone and put it into all the different programming modes instead of clicking up and down on these buttons here in the back. So download the app, hook the Bluetooth up to your phone, and if you want to change your firing mode or your balls per second or any of the other parameters, you can do that via phone. So I'd say the Bluetooth on board with the R5 is probably the best feature in my opinion. We will go on the Idol. Ooh, my best feature about the Idol, other than being super slim and like streamlined, I think their display screen on the side is one of the better ones. Dye obviously has a beautiful screen too, full color, but I like how they moved the display screen kind of up in the top, and you're kind of having it covered with your thumb, compared to how Dye. So you've got this one up top. And then you've got Dye has theirs down below. So let's say you take a bad dive or something, I don't know, is it gonna get muddy? Is it gonna get dirty? I think they got it protected pretty well. I'll go favorite feature. So with the R5, I like the Bluetooth on board. With the Luxe, I like the screen, having it up top full color. And with the M3, it's gonna sound petty, but the charging mat that it comes with, when you buy it brand new, throw it on the charging mat and it's gonna power you up, baby. So it's got a lot of, obviously very nice features as well, but having none of these other guns come with a charging mat, you can just flop your marker on top of and let it do the work for you. So that would be my favorite feature. I know this is probably a long video and you guys probably have cashed out by now, but if you guys, want to know more on any of these markers in depth, just one by itself, go check out the other videos on the channel. Enough of me talking. It is LoneWolfPaintball.com.
See ya.